What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Dirty Degens. I am your degenerate host, Josh. And tonight, we're not just going to be Dirty Degens. We are going to get down filthy degenerate. I've got a lot of good stuff I want to go over today. We're going to talk a little bit about what's going on in the greater economy and the world as a whole. Also, I've got some big red updates for you, and we're going to dive into some things that I've never really talked about when it comes to memes. So I'm excited to leap into all of that with you. So let's get started. Kicking it off, I'm going to put the screen up. That'll help. Obviously, we still have the Middle East war. This has a heavy impact on the markets right now, but more so TradFi than crypto. We're not seeing a big drop, and actually, we've held pretty steady throughout the various announcements that came out today and the different reasons people are upset and all these other things that we'll get into. Not great, but it's not impacting Bitcoin and crypto. So that is good. It could be some time before we actually have a resolution here. And there's also more talks about a deadline until we get involved. If we get involved, it is going to impact markets. But for now, it's kind of a wait and see situation. But that's the latest update. It's not good and it's progressing. Other than that, obviously, yesterday we had the Fed rate cut, and Trump, being Trump, he's going to throw some shots. So once again, we got too late Jerome Powell. He called him a real dummy. We don't need to go over it all, but yeah, Trump's still not holding back shots. So Trump still wants rates lowered. And Powell says, we follow the data, not the president. And that's the way it looks. I still am going to hold to, if things continue pace as we're currently seeing them, we're not going to see a rate cut this year. There are some that are still somewhat potential as far as the CME watch goes, but I don't think with how things are going that we will see a rate cut, because when we do get inflation, I think it's going to be heavy. I've seen a lot of, I've got a fish tank and my fish food went up 130%. So what else is going to happen, right? Like the fish food went from $2.80 to like $7. Like it went up crazy. Yeah. So as the rates continue to come, or as we get into more potential rate cuts, I think that we're going to see more of this inflation, and it's going to lead them to ultimately not cut rates. But Trump wants it. He says that we'll save trillions of dollars, and he's not wrong, but would it be great for the economy? During Trump's term, it would. But there is another thing that is going on that could be very good for crypto. Now, there's no indication any of this is true, but I'm a degenerate, so I like to speculate. Be mad at me if you want, but speculation is what I do. Elon Musk, X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it around here. I still call them tweets and retweets and quote tweets, but hey, I'll refer to it as X, but like, I'm not going to make an X post. I'm going to make a tweet. But we've been hearing about it for about a year now, that there's going to be a payment platform built into X. We haven't seen anything of it. He even came out and said like 5 months ago that they weren't looking at incorporating Bitcoin, that Doge wouldn't be involved. Obviously, though, now that it's announced, everybody has to get speculative again. I do think that there will be some sort of blockchain involved. Whether or not you can send Doge to people is to be determined. But the Doge holders think that it will be. So Doge saw a nice little spike off of that. I was just talking yesterday about how Doge is a good hold. It's a good hold because there's a lot of different reasons why it could pump. Not only is it the meme of crypto, the oldest meme of crypto. I know this isn't degenerate, but come on, if you're trying to play memes and make money, if you're not holding Doge, what are you doing? Right? I mean, it's that simple. It's the biggest meme in crypto, and you've got one of the richest people of the world in the world that talks about it all the time or makes references to it, and it just moves every single time that happens. So when it's at a low price, I think it's a good buy. So, hey, maybe it'll get announced, or maybe it comes out and we do have blockchain involved. Maybe you can send Doge to people. Maybe you can pay people in Bitcoin. That would be all amazing. If they at least just have stable coins involved, I'm going to call that a win, though. So we'll see what happens. Other than that, though, before I get into the pure degeneracy, I've got Big Red that I want to talk about, because this is massive. This actually went out right before I went live. Everybody is going insane in the Big Red Telegram over it right now. And this is DeLorean launching and talking about some of their communities that they've been involved with and working with and their partners. So we've got Dear Communities. We're excited to invite some of our closest friends from the Sweden ecosystem and beyond to the official DeLorean airdrop race in partnership with Phantom and OKX wallet, powered by Galaxy and Studio Mirai, whatever it says. Who cares? The rest of it doesn't matter. This is a really long tweet. But we're honored to be racing alongside some of our most dedicated communities in Web3, like blah, 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 blah. Big Red. That's pretty cool. So good for Big Red. Awesome to see them recognized by one of the most nostalgic car brands in the world. I mean, I want one of my hands on these so bad because I do review cars in my pastime. So how cool would it be to get one of the new electric DeLoreans? That'd be sick. But it's even cooler to see Big Red's name put down by DeLorean in their post. That's pretty cool. And I'm telling you, there's a lot of big things coming. So I wouldn't sleep on Big Red. I know it's on Avalanche, but it's going to get better. It's going to get better. What else is going to get better is tomorrow, Lachlan Hanover does have a race. And this is at 6:45 real time. So that is 6:45 Central Time, 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll be in there. I guess I've got to plan my stream before that because God forbid I stream during the Big Red race. That would be a sin. But excited for that. Soon, I'm sure Shrek will have out the heat map with how all that's going to go and everything like that. So looking forward to Shrek's analysis of the upcoming race. It's going to be a good one. But that is all I have to say. Now we're going to hop into some things that I've not talked about on this channel before. But it is arguably one of the most popular cryptos in the world right now. I mean, you've got Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, right? And XRP is big for a big reason. Obviously, it's one of the oldest. It's been around forever. There's a ton of holders. It's got a huge market cap. They're doing a ton of big things. But right now in the world, one of the big reasons why it's popular is just yesterday, we did have the 3IQ XRP ETF, spot ETF, launched on the Canadian exchange. And also, if I recall correctly, Canada also launched the futures ETF for XRP before we did. So Canada is the first country with an XRP, or no, they're the second. They are the second, but they're the first major country with an XRP ETF. So that's pretty cool. And obviously, in terms of the US, we are still waiting on 9 more ETFs to potentially be approved. And now we're talking about a company that is working with the government, working with major corporations, has a track history, has a massive treasury, tons of funds at their disposal. Before Circle IPO, they were trying to give up $5-6 billion to buy out Circle. But Circle knew that they were going to be worth 10x that. So it's worked out for them. It would have looked terrible if they sold XRP and then XRP went public with Circle and that happened. Oh man, could you imagine? Anyway, so XRP is one of the most important crypto in the space because what they're trying to do is they're trying to solve payment remittance. Now, we're not going to bore each other with all of this. That's not what you come here for. But ultimately, think about replacing MoneyGram and Western Union, right? Paying somebody. You've got to send $50 to your mom across the world, and you're going to send it in something that's going to get there like that, right? That's what XRP is there for. Now, due to this reason, XRP doesn't have what's called smart contracts. Neither does Bitcoin. And that's why we have our Bitcoin layer 2s, right? Think about your stacks, Elastos, and all these other Bitcoin layer 2s, right? They are there to serve the smart contracts so that DeFi and all these other things can happen on top of Bitcoin. But XRP needs that too. Before I get into that, though, another big milestone that actually happened is XRP millionaire holders. So we're talking people that hold $1 million of XRP is at all-time high. Another point of the fact that there's a lot of people interested in XRP. And not only that, there's a lot of people with a lot of freaking money interested in XRP. Now, getting back to what I was talking about, we can look at the chart, I guess. Why not? It's not like all-time high, but it's at all-time high. Like, it's not like skyrocketing. But when we're talking about people that have $1 million or more in XRP, that's a pretty healthy climb there. Mind you, right here in this center here is December of 2024. So this is the last 6 months. And it's grown from, can I read this? It's grown from about 2,100 to 2,700. So that's a lot, you know, that's pretty cool. I see a lot of you guys in the chat here. I know a lot of you are here for this specific reason that we're about to get into. So I'm going to say hi to everybody. Jenna X, thank you for showing up. You had a big part in why a lot of these people are here. Clifton K, good to see you, my friend. Cast with the Sass, of course, as always. Raffy, thanks for coming by. Crazy Uncle, you want me to send you some crypto? Hey, it could happen. Actually, while I'm streaming tonight, the giveaway that I'm doing in my Telegram chat that is in the description down below, the results will come up there. So if I'm still streaming when those pop up, I'll announce them here too. But I do all my giveaways in the Telegram because it just takes so much work from me when I do them on YouTube. I did it for a year. Trust me, I know. But Rebecca, nice to see you. Haven't seen you before. Thanks for popping by. Mark Anthony, always good to see you. And then we got some others on X and on Kick. So thanks everybody for popping by. But XRP needs smart contracts in order to enable an efficient DeFi ecosystem, right? Or if you want to have NFT communities and all these other things, you really need the ability to have smart contracts. Otherwise, it's virtually impossible, and not in a good way. I mean, the Bitcoin people did figure it out, but it was extremely slow and extremely expensive. And that's why we had a crazy gas fee run up and it was terrible. But Layer 2 solved that. And that's where Flare comes in, because Flare Network is what enables XRP to have DeFi. They enable the smart contract layer for XRP. Now, if any of you have been in the space for a long time, I'm talking years, like back to 2021, that's when the Flare Network airdrop was announced, and it was for XRP holders. People were asking about this for years, but it's here. The token's been out for probably about a year now, but it took years. It took a really long time. But it's out, and that's what Flare Network does. That's why it was built, and that's who is used as the main partner when it comes to things like this. And they're unlocking a lot of different capabilities for XRP as a whole, right? Like such as staking, wrap tokens, everything that you would need to have a flourishing ecosystem, right? Next up is probably going to be stablecoins. You need a healthy ecosystem. Now, XRP has a huge leg up over Cardano. I do like Cardano, but XRP already has USDC. And actually, just today, I believe, USDC on XRP is now supported on Upbit Exchange, I think. So it's starting to get widespread adoption, which is great. But Flare enables the ability to move these tokens around much easier, right? It's that simple. And not only that, Flare also enables the ability to stake. So now we've got wrap tokens that can be staked. Also, XRP is available on Base, but this section's not about Base. We're talking about Flare. But sometimes I crack myself up. But basically, the TVL on Flare has just been picking up. This is May. So in the past 2 months, it's basically 5x. What all this boils down to is we're starting to see an ecosystem bloom, right? And when there's an ecosystem blooming, we have traders that follow. We have platforms that follow. We have new capabilities that follow because builders are attracted, because now there's money in the ecosystem. If we're sitting back here in April to May and anything beyond that, you got $30 million of TVL. You're talking, that's Cardano. Like Cardano has no TVL, and no DeFi activities are very great on Cardano. So once you get into the hundreds of millions, things start to change quite a bit. And that's what Flare brought to the XRP network. And Flare's actually been doing quite well. If you look over the past month, we've got about 100,000 addresses that have been added. That's pretty good. And there was obviously some form of big activation here. I didn't dig into it to find out why, but we're also seeing transactions very steadily grow. And all of this does come to something, because obviously we've got to get filthy, disgusting, degenerate somewhere in this conversation. We're not going to just talk about all this boring shit all day. But what is great is that we are seeing a steady, healthy amount of transactions. Obviously, this does line up with that. Actually, this is back in February, so it doesn't. But so transactions grew, and now they're plateaued again. But that's okay. They're at a very healthy level. We're talking about 500,000 transactions a day. That's pretty good. Now, what does this lead me to? We've got traders, right? So we've got people entering the ecosystem. When we're trying to buy a meme coin, what are we doing? We're trying to get in early so we can catch a multitude of X's. Now just imagine if you could buy into a meme coin at $100 market cap or less. What? I'll repeat that. You can buy into a meme coin at under $100 market cap. because this ecosystem is still growing, right? This is the ground floor of degeneracy. This is the ground floor of Pump Fun. This is before there were users on Pump Fun. And no, this is not a paid thing or anything like this. A friend told me about it and I looked into it and I was like, hey, it's actually pretty cool because it will get used. And what's important, like Jenna's saying in the chat, is that they are fair launches. So even the person that launches the token does have to go and buy it. Nobody gets a free bag in this situation, right? And it's free to launch. There's a bunch of different things. Oh, shit, that's not what that's supposed to be. Well, I hope that tab wasn't important. It was supposed to be this. So I'm talking about ToadzPad. ToadzPad is built on Flare. We'll get into that. Now, they do have things coming up. Hey, look, it's me, Ma. It's pretty cool, eh? Also, look, it's me. Okay, let's get to their stuff. One of the marketing campaigns that they're using now is Pump Fun's X is down because Elon wants you to look at ToadzPad. I think it's clever. And then obviously they have other things coming up. Just today, they added a leaderboard on their site, which we'll also get to. But what else is big that they have coming up is they're launching a staking platform, which is pretty cool. And they're actually going through the security checks in order to make sure it is safe for users. Now, I don't want to bore you with potential updates because I don't know details. I can only tell you what I can see right here. I did hop in the Discord. Community is very welcoming, very active. And like I said, it's a growing ecosystem. So if you want the chance to throw something at some stuff like I'm going to tonight, this is somewhere I think is a good possibility because when I was in St. Augustine in December for IFC, actually that was when XRP meme coins were taking off. But right now, people don't want to sell their XRP because they think there's too much goodness to come, right? But what you can do is you can still be within the XRP ecosystem using Flare and by result, gain on these tokens and build your XRP bag. I think that's pretty good. Let's see. Checking this out quick. Traveling Trader BMW says, what's Flare market cap? That is indeed how you spell it. It's Flare Network. I will pull it up because I had too many other things that I was trying to remember. I don't remember its market cap. But it's a big market cap. This is no shit coin. What we're trading on it is shit coins. This is ranked number 59 in the top 100. It's got a $1.8 billion market cap. Like I said, people were waiting on this token for a long time. It's only finally released in 2023, and I knew about it for like 2 years, 3 years, something like that. So, yeah, this is what is supposed to be able to enable XRP to have a DeFi ecosystem. And it is doing just that by what we're showing off. So this is the ToadzPad page. Currently, my wallet's not connected. We're going to do that. I haven't tried a single swap yet, and I am going to buy several coins, but yeah, I haven't tried anything yet. We're gonna swap from Avalanche into Flare token. We're gonna buy some tokens. We're gonna figure it all out together. So up here at the top, they have basically rewards for the trending tokens, you would call them, right? So the highest volume is getting 10 Toadz NFTs. I'm assuming they go to like the project and the project distributes them to the community. If I had to guess, like that would make sense. Then fifth and second, so on and so forth. Then you can see the tokens that were launched. Look, this is how new we are. We're on page 1. There's like 28 tokens here or something like that. I was close. It's 25, but I was close. So our oldest token is actually 13 days ago, and it's $1 million market cap. That's pretty cool. Jenna X says that the giveaways will be done weekly or bi-weekly. It's still TBD. But what I want to do is I want to connect my wallet and I want to buy some of these tokens because when they're this low of a market cap, I'm going to throw like $5 at them. I'm not going to go insane or anything like that. And I'm doing this on the wallet address I've shared with everybody. And going to buy some of these tokens, just like how I like to go to the arena and buy those Avalanche launch tokens. We're going to buy these. So now if I go up to the swap tab, I can choose to search for AVAX. And then if I scroll down here, we've got Avalanche on the C chain. And I'm definitely not doing 40, that's for sure. Let's do 1. So we'll get 1,009 flare because, remind you, flare is a penny. It's almost 2. Pretty close, pretty close. So we can swap this recipient wallet. Well, Rabby wallet. So flare is an ERC token. And you should be able to use it on Rabby wallet. You should be able to use it on MetaMask. But, you know, around here we use Rabby wallet. That's just what we do. So I'm going to grab my address. Rabby wallet is way better. MetaMask sucks. Grab my address, put it in here, exchange tokens. And then hopefully this just works. Now we wait. Like I said, I haven't done this before. This could take 20 minutes. What's up, noob? Good to see you. Again, check out chat while we wait for this. Elon loves Toadz. That's good. That's good. Noah, what's going on? But you know what? I like how they did the platform because at the end of the day, what worked? Pump Fun worked. And it actually looks like that with some subtle changes. And the subtle changes are, I like them. I think it's way better than the flashy front page of Pump Fun. It like gives me epilepsy. But not only that, it's easy to navigate. You know, at the top, you see swap. It's basically bridging the tokens for you, which is awesome. Well, actually, it's an ERC token. So we're swapping from Avalanche. So not a true bridge. But still, it's all right there. Very easy. There was a laundry list. While this continues on, we may as well go look because I don't know how long this is going to take. There's a laundry list of tokens that you can swap. Rebecca asked, did I send token? Yeah, I should have sent token. Oh, I have to send them? That's crazy. Okay. Maybe I should have tried with less. All right, so we got Avalanche. I'm going to send. Oh, wait, it took it. No, it took the token. I don't need to send it. I'm pretty sure it took it. I had 2.6 Avalanche in this wallet. Now I have 1.6. So it should have taken it. Anyways, let's find out. Yeah, so when you swap, I mean, hey, I might have lost an Avalanche. If I lose an Avalanche, I lose an Avalanche, whatever. We'll figure it out. There's a ton of shit on here that you can swap, though. You can even swap Bitcoin. I don't know if that works. We'll figure out if Avalanche works first. But Ethereum, USDT, XRP, of course, BNB. I mean, basically, literally everything's in here. Sweeve, and you can even swap Trump and Melania. You know what? There was some news that I didn't pull up, and I should have. But basically, all the top whales of Trump are dumping it. So yeah, if you're looking for somewhere to put your Trump tokens, this could be the place. Anyways, yeah, there's a huge list. This list is massive. Massive list. Do I actually have to send? But I'm confused. What happened to my one AVAX? It just vanished. Well, I'll just send it. It doesn't matter. Let's find out what happens. So we'll go pick our Avalanche. We're going to send it to this address like it wants. We're going to send the one Avalanche that we said we would. We don't care. It's not whitelisted. Crazy stuff. You guys can't hear my keyboard, but I do have a mechanical keyboard, so it made me think of it. I watched this research report, and there's AI hackers that are now able to listen to the keystrokes on your computer and the number, or from your keyboard, and the number of buttons that you hit, basically, and ultimately determine what your password would be. It's pretty wild. So I sent the Avalanche. See what happens. I'd imagine it wouldn't take this long. Like I said, we're doing this completely raw. I didn't test this. Oh, there we go. It got the deposit. So I don't know what happened to that other avalanche I had. Maybe I spent it on Arena. I don't know. Oh, I did. I bought something on Arena. We should check out how that's doing. We did that yesterday. We want Arena trade. I forgot that we bought that. FOMO. Yeah, we bought FOMO holdings. It's down $2. That's okay. That's all right. Here we go. So now it's confirming. This usually takes 2 to 15 minutes. Jenna says we're going to need some solid how-to videos. I do. I've been told that I do some pretty good how-to videos. When I stream, I like to do it raw, but I like to do unboxings. I like to do how-to videos. I don't know. They're fun. Like when I do car videos, they're basically an unboxing how-to video. Like it's just big. Jenna X says it's easiest just start with Flare in your wallet. Absolutely. Totally agree. 100%. That would be the best way to do it. But most of the people that are going to watch this video do not have Flare in their wallet. So they want to be able to do this. So we're doing this with the wallet that I show off to everybody. We're just raw dogging it, like Jenna says. And I can't wait to buy some of these tokens because, like, look at these. I'm 100% buying. Where'd it go? Oh, it was this one. Yeah. I'm not saying aliens made Toad steak, but everything moon. So yeah, it's a no-brainer. Oh, look, I've got my tokens. So how much is I need to figure out what I'm spending here. Oh, damn. I only moved $20. Okay. Shit. We'll buy $300 of this because I like it. I like the 500 floors and flares the minimum buy. We're buying 500 flare. I've got to send more flare. I'm pretty sure flare is also on Coinbase. That's another huge thing about well, let's place this trade first because someone's going to front run me and I don't appreciate that. I'm pretty sure Coinbase has flare. So I'll just buy it and send it to myself quick. It's easy. Yeah, Coinbase has flare. I need $40 of flare. That's a good start. We'll start with $60 of flare. All right, look at that. I just mooned this chart with 500 flare. Just mooned it. That's insane. Was it just me? Like, what else can we see in here? Alien Man assures me this coin was made by aliens and will def moon. Buy now. All right. Oh, look, other people are buying it too. It's not just me. I didn't buy it twice. Is my buy even on there? What wallet is this? Yeah. Oh, it says I bought it twice. Did I spend all my flare? No, I didn't buy it twice. No way. All right. Well, we're going to figure out what else we're going to buy because now I'm going to send this flare. The thing is there's such low market cap that the potential, if like they just get to like $100, $500 market cap, like, you know, but guys, be respectful too. Don't just dump your bags on the chart. Like, you've got to be respectful of the chart. That's the most important thing. But ultimately, we're going to go through and buy a bunch of these tokens. I'm just sending it now. All right, so we're sending 2,300 flare. That's a lot better. It was feeling pretty bad only being able to do 2 buys. Feels bad, man. I wonder, do they show up in here? Flare does, but The token that I bought does not. And that makes total sense. I don't expect it to. But Rabby is really quick. Like, look, FOMO was launched like a day and a half ago, and it's on here. So Rabby's super quick. Is Coinbase quick? Can I get my tokens? There we go. We got our tokens. Now we can buy some shit. Obviously, Randy Macho Savage at $160 market cap. Look at this candle. We're on the 15-minute chart. If you go to 1-minute chart, it's just got two candles. That's the thing when they've got such few transactions. But what we're betting on by buying these is that I'm going to put 750 flare into this one. What we're betting on is that the ecosystem as a whole will pop off. And that will bring more users to the platform. And as a result, our early buys result in something. Look at that. There we go. We got our buy. Jenna's got some macho, she says. Apparently, it's a glitch that my buy showed twice. That's good because it only should have gone through once. And down here, the dev says, the cream of the crop. Oh, yeah. So then you can also see the holder distribution. That's pretty awesome. There is a bonding curve as well. So when the market cap reaches $4,670, all the liquidity from the bonding curve will be deposited into SparkDex and burned. So no different than your pump fund and snack pad and all these other ones that basically do the same thing. But that's good. Liquidity gets burned. I'm not huge on SpongeBob, so I'm gonna pass on SpongeBob, I think. I wonder, like, there's such small market cap that, like, what's it going to be like to try to find these on Twitter or something? Again, I am in the ToadzPad Discord. So if you're going to buy tokens on this platform, I would strongly suggest that you go to their X account. And right here in their bio is a link to the website or to the Discord. So I strongly suggest you join the Discord. I'm sure people are in there talking about the tokens that they're launching or that they bought or whatever, right? Like, you definitely want to be able to find out as much information around these tokens as you possibly can. But we're not going to do that right now because I'm not going to show you guys my Discord because it's trashy. Jenna X asks, do they automatically show up in my Rabby wallet? No, it's not looking like they will. But that's okay. They probably will in due time. Like this FOMO that's right here with 13,800 tokens. This is a launch from the arena on Avalanche, and it's like 2 days old. And it's already got its logo and everything on here. So I bet in due time, especially like as more users come and there's more volume and stuff like that, they'll be automatically added because people are not paying to be added to Rabby Wallet. Rabby Wallet's a debanked product, and they just want DeFi to be accessible, and they make a really good product. So I like it. Joker, I'm not a monster. I'm just ahead of the curve. We'll come back to that one. I want to put in it just because of that. But like, I feel like a lot of people don't like the Joker. Yeah. Cass says that it's kind of worn out. I kind of agree with that. Let's see here. So Dogs is 1 day old. Okay. Oh, wait, but I want to look at the ones with the most replies. Can I see that? Yeah. Last reply. Let's see here. Rebecca says, don't know if you can import contract address. You might be able to. There's a way to make it show up anyways. Like if I actually come in here, I think, and then if I go in here, no, it's not in here. There's a way to look at the ones that you're holding that it's not showing, and you just tell it to show, or you can add the custom token too. It does the same thing sometimes with NFTs. Like if it's a low volume NFT, it'll hide it as like a scam, but it's not. So yeah, there's definitely a way to make them show. Before next stream, I'll have them showable. Bluntman says, what's this frog coin all about? It's all about the meme. So the frog coin that we're currently talking about does not have a coin. We're not talking about a coin. we're talking about a launch pad, and it's called ToadzPad, and it's on Flare Network, which is basically the smart contract layer of XRP. And we're starting to see a lot of growth on Flare Network in terms of TVL, stablecoins, and etc. This is all breeds a very healthy environment for DeFi, especially for meme coins. So on Flare Network, there is ToadzPad. So now we're buying some memes on ToadzPad. That's about it. I actually want to buy the lowest market cap coin because that was something I did last time on the arena. Was I bought a coin that had no holders and I'm the only holder. I think that's pretty cool. So I'm going to buy this one. Naruto. The only thing that I like about Naruto is the Naruto run because it just cracks me up. But I'm going to buy the minimum buy of Naruto because I just OTC'd this bitch. Basically, I'm the only holder. Look at that candle. It's the first transaction. What do you expect? I own 7% of the supply. I won't dump on you guys if you buy it. Oh, look, in here, I can see in my profile, I can see what I'm holding currently. So I'm holding Pro Shield, Macho, and Naruto. I've created 0 tokens. I have 0 followers. I'm not following anybody. Oh, look, I can refer people. So soon I'm going to be able to refer you guys and you're going to get a bonus. I'll get a bonus. Everybody will be happy. But what else do we want to buy? So I bought the lowest market cap already. I want to go back to the last replies because I want an active community. I feel like $1 million's way too high. I'm not buying the biggest project on the platform. That's for sure. But we got Duffman. I'm a huge Simpsons fan. So this one's like a no-brainer already. We got somebody that has 20% of the supply, though. They're going to poo-poo all over me. Beer is the Duffman's comment. A token for all beer lovers. You know, I don't really drink beer anymore, but Duffman, we're doing it for the culture. I think I can only do one more buy. I can only do one more buy. So we're buying one more. So here's all the tokens that we have. Hopefully you guys can read these. I'm going to give you 45 seconds a minute, and you guys can choose what coin I'm going to buy. Are we going to buy Jugs? We might buy Jugs. You know, Titcoin was doing really well. I was really disappointed that there was 0 Titcoin exposure at the Bitcoin conference. Opportunity missed, and Titcoin's been down ever since. So Jugs, could it be the retribution? Very well could be. Titcoin needs a second run. So Clifton says Jugs, of course. Rebecca says Plain Lady. I didn't even see Plain Lady. Oh, Plain Lady. Yeah, Plain Lady. It's the crazy Plain Lady, the meme. I did see the picture. I just didn't look at the name. She cray, but she pretty. She cray, but pretty. Love it. Crazy Uncle says Jugs. I'm not surprised that Crazy Uncle said Jugs. Need a couple more. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit more time. I know that guy goes immediately a whale. Yeah. Jenna X says, yes, can make money on referrals and creators will also make 33% on trading fees. Hey, so if you make a token and it does really well, that's a lot. It's a lot. Jenna X says I should front run it. Jugs is about the moon. Jugs is the most answered one. So I'm buying Jugs. And for Jugs, I'm going to buy 800 Flare. I feel like it's a no-brainer. Jugs is going to the moon. We're going to Valhalla. Let's go. I just want to see this candle. Send. Yeah, look at that. Just sent. I'm still scrolling. What is happening? Oh my God. That was insane. Can I see these buys like broken up? That was ridiculous. I just scrolled forever. Oh, there we go. We got some more candles on the chart. I think this candle's me. I know that guy goes, tits up. Hey, this is my chance to be at the ground floor of Titcoin. So I'm honored to have this chance. But no, I do actually think there is a very solid opportunity going on here on the Flare network. I like the fact that this is free to launch a coin. The creator has to buy part of supply. We're not talking about any bundling going on. That's the massive problem with Pump Fund, is the way that you can bundle those tokens, right? It's just not a prosperous environment. Jenna, I can't help but laugh. Jenna X goes, someone sniped before me. That's okay. I'm not going to dump on you guys. That's okay. But we've got a truly fair launch platform here, and we can get in at the ground floor at it. And I'm not saying you should go even drop bar tabs on it, as we call them. So for those of you that don't know, a bar tab is like your $20, $40 buy, right? Like, why not just do the minimum buy? 500 flare, about $4.90 or so. Like, it's actually more than $5, but like fees and everything, it probably comes out to like just under $5. So why not just do that? Do the absolute minimum and see what happens. If it manages to go up 10x or something like that, and you can pull out $50, that's $50 you didn't have. You still get to have some fun and memes. Or Flare Network completely pops off and these tokens go to tens of millions of dollars, and you're holding now a $100,000 bag. It is extremely plausible that that happens. It happened on Tron just last year when I was saying, screw Tron, because we already missed the run. Remember, Sun Pump didn't last very long. But the people that were in on the memes before Sun Pump came out made hundreds of thousands of dollars. And this is that potential in one of the most popular cryptos of the entire space. We're talking the XRP ecosystem. So Flare is what enables DeFi on XRP, and you can get in on the ground floor of that. So why not? I think that I'm going to leap on over to it. I'm going to keep on playing over here because I like the fact that I can buy in at under $100 market cap and put $5 down and just have fun. I'm not upset if I lose $5. I don't play the slots. I don't buy scratch tickets. I don't do any of that stuff. I degen. I buy shit coins, but normally I put a lot more in it, but I could do $5 and that's the minimum, and they're $20 market cap. So why not? If it goes from $20 to a $2,000 market cap, that's 100x. I know that sounds insane to say because you're not getting in on Pump Fun even until like I think it's like a $4,000 market cap. It's like 4,000 some odd dollars market cap. So way better than that. These are launching at like 0, which is insane. So I think it's crazy. I think it's completely degenerate, and I'm here for it. I am going to discover and track and buy Flare community tokens. Other than that, though, that is what I wanted to go over tonight. So if you guys got any questions, if you guys want me to check out anything specific, more than happy to do so. Otherwise, I will leave you guys to have a wonderful night. But we do have a ton of people tuning in. We got 63 people right now on YouTube. We've got like 280 or so total. Bunch of people over on Kick too. Appreciate all of you guys tuning in on this wonderful Thursday evening. Markets are closed, but crypto's always going. So we're here. We're staying degenerate. That does about wrap it up for me tonight. Thank you, Jenna X, for bringing a bunch of people over. Thank you, all of you from over at the Flare Network and ToadzPad. It's been wonderful to dive into it, and I'm going to keep on diving into it because it's a lot of fun. You guys have a wonderful rest of your evening, and I'll see you next time. Peace.